Mecklenburg County Sheriff Garry McFadden responding today to recent criticism of detention center safety concerns. He says that security has improved inside the center.
This comes after state inspectors ordered him to make several changes inside the facility. A WCNC Charlotte investigation found that the jail is severely understaffed and did not meet state supervision standards.
WCNC Charlotte's Brandon Goldner was at the sheriff's briefing today, joining us live now. So, Brandon, you found out the Fraternal Order of Police and an inmate are disputing the sheriff's claims.
That's right, Vanessa and Fred. The sheriff says despite assaults on staff involving weapons dropping, the FOP and an inmate who actually spent the last night inside the detention center say staffing levels remain dangerously low. A nerve-wracking night inside the Mecklenburg County Detention Center for this man who just got out. He asked us not to identify him.
They were going to start a fight in there. And there was only one police officer there, a girl, and I guess it was too much for her, so she had to call back up.
Which is why he scoffed when we told him about Sheriff Garry McFadden's comments an hour before he was released.
Mecklenburg County Jail is a safe place. Mecklenburg County Detention Center, as I call it, is a great place, and we give great care to our staff and our residents.
The man says this isn't his first time inside the detention center.
It's worse today. Everything's crowded. You don't get no rooms or anything.
Even as the sheriff makes changes to try and improve security here, the violence continues.
A WCNC Charlotte investigation last December found severe understaffing inside the detention center, and the sheriff admitted they didn't have the staff to meet state standards. Following orders from state inspectors to make several corrections, Sheriff McFadden says the facility is now safer, with no assaults on staff since November 2nd last year.
I first wanted to start off by thanking my staff.
At this news conference, he blamed the so-called Great Resignation affecting businesses and governments across the country.
So we're not unique. We're just in that 4.4 million people leaving their jobs. And we've tried a lot.
But the local Fraternal Order of Police's Vice President Daniel Redman, who represents county deputies and filed a complaint on their behalf to the state, says that's not the reason for staffing shortages.
It's the toxic culture that has been created and has continued to permeate since December of 2018.
He says they do give credit to the sheriff for there being no assaults on detention center staff since last November, but he says changes should have been made months ago.
That it shouldn't have gotten to this extreme, nor should it have taken this long in a complaint to the state and the state stepping in to do this. This should have been done months ago, and that's really the message that needs to be taken away from this.
Sheriff McFadden says he and his detention officers have a close relationship, particularly getting closer over the last few weeks. We asked him about that one man's claims about what happened inside the detention center last night, and we haven't heard back. Live in Uptown, Brandon Goldner, WCNC Charlotte.